Sunrise.
Alright, so I've been seeing this argument going around on Twitter recently saying that the Nintendo Switch library is bad. It doesn't have a lot of original games. It's just full of ports and remasters. These are the same people that were praising Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey when they first came out. They were saying they're 10 out of 10 games, they're flawless. And then randomly, 2 years later, they just start hating on the game, saying they're trash, they've not got a lot of content, they're actually boring. I just don't understand these people. And then when the next Nintendo system comes out, they're going to suddenly start praising the Switch again, saying it was amazing, it was great, it was such an amazing console. And then they're going to start hating on the current Nintendo system. I mean, a similar thing is happening with the Wii U. People were hating on that. But now they're looking back and saying, the Wii U was great, it was an amazing... It's like, bro, you're such bandwagoners. Let me explain to you why this argument is so stupid and flawed. Number one, the Nintendo Switch has only just hit the halfway point in its life cycle. It's not finished yet. Number two, let's apply this logic of removing games from the Switch's library and everything to other Nintendo systems and see where it leaves us. Let's start with the Nintendo Wii. Here is its first party lineup. Might be a few games missing here and there, but let's remove all of the ports and all of the remasters and see what we are left with. Yes, there aren't as many as the Switch, fine, but the Wii has 33 first party games, and I was being a bit generous here, including games like Big Brain Academy and the 50,000 other Wii party games that they've got, but I thought I'd include them anyway, so people can't say that I'm purposely missing out games to prove my point. So, 33 first party games, original first party games that aren't ports or remasters, are on the Nintendo Wii. That console lasted for 7 years. The Nintendo Switch has 26 original first party games that aren't ports or remasters, and that console has only been out for 4 years. 4 years. But can you see my point here? That is a 7-game difference, and that's not even including the Switch games we know are coming out but aren't out yet, such as Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Mario Golf Superstar Rush, new Pokemon Snap which is already out, Splatoon 3, the next inevitable 3D Mario game that will most likely release on the Switch. I could even go the extra mile and say there's probably going to be another Mario Kart, another Mario Sports game. But if we just include the ones we know about, that's 34 first party games. That beats a Nintendo Wii. And I didn't even include games like Bayonetta 3. I don't know if you class that as first party or not. But let's say no, let's say we don't. That's still 34 games on the Nintendo Switch. And all of those are going to release within the next 2 years. That's not including some surprise games that we don't know about yet. I've not even mentioned Pokemon Generation 9, which is of course a game that's going to come on the Switch. The next Kirby game, Donkey Kong. Bro, the Nintendo Switch is probably going to go on until 2024 or 2025. Even when it hits the 7-year mark, it's going to overtake the Wii by a long shot. And as the console gets further and further into its life cycle, the ports are going to slow down. The Wii U ports especially are going to slow down because we've already nearly got all of the Wii U ports, alright? They're not going to port that many Wii or DS games. It's going to slow down. And you're going to look real stupid when you realize, okay, the first party library for the Switch is actually pretty impressive if we don't include the ports and the remasters. If we apply this same logic to the 3DS, we get the same scenario. 3DS had a lot of ports and remasters. I didn't see people complaining then because it was a good thing. It was cool to have these old games on the system. I could do for the same for the DS, the Game Boy Advance. But bro, people just like to hate on the Nintendo Switch because it's the current console. And when it goes away, I guarantee these same people are going to be like, I miss the Nintendo Switch. That was a great console. Appreciate it while it's around. Be grateful for the games we are getting. But I just had to debunk this stupid argument because the Switch has only been out for 4 years. The Wii was out for 7 years. The Switch already overtakes the Wii's first party library if we include all of the games that we know about that are coming. And if you include the games that we don't know are coming but are obviously going to come out like Gen 9, new 3D Mario. Bro, I mean, and it isn't even fair to compare the Switch to the Wii anyway, because the Wii has finished, the library is finished for that. It's just, I mean, bro, it's just people will do anything to get likes on Twitter and make these dumb points. And I'm glad that a lot of people were calling out this guy saying, hey, bro, this is the stupidest argument I've seen in my life. The Switch has a great library. Yes, there are a hell of a lot of ports, but you're buying them anyway. Let's be flipping real here, okay? You're buying every single Wii U port and you're loving them. If these Wii U ports weren't there, most likely we wouldn't be getting as many Switch games because you've got to be realistic. They can't squirt out a brand new original Nintendo Switch first party game every single month. They're nice fillers, alright? And these same people who are hating on the Switch library, they'll be praising it soon and hating on the next Nintendo console when that comes out. It's just how it always goes, alright? It's just how it always goes.
Sunrise.